Good hot and humid Thursday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith, back from just a couple of days off. Well, we're back with the video forecast discussion because meteorology rocks. Superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic and the nation as well. This is the afternoon edition of the daily video forecast discussion for this Thursday, the 15th of July, 2021. It's another hot and humid day out there in New Brunswick at the Rutgers University Meteorology Program. Winds are south and they're very light, between 3 and 7 miles an hour. Not much movement in the air mass. Temperature now this hour at about 90. It's 91 in Piney Hollow, also Cherry Hill, 90 at Red Lion, Hillsborough, Duke, East Brunswick, New Jersey. High Point State Park, 78, 80 at Harvey Cedars down by the shore. I just came back from not far from there. Vernon Township, 80, Seaside Heights, well, I was there, 80. And Point Pleasant, about 81. Not too shabby this afternoon. Other temperatures in the region this afternoon, again, you're going to find the hottest temperatures over the inland areas. Already they're in the upper 80s and lower to mid-90s across the area. There are no records today, but it is very hot and very humid. In fact, if we take a look at the heat index, it has been this way for days. Heat index makes it feel like, even at the shore points here, like it's in the upper 80s and upper 90s here. Toms River, Berkeley Township, where I was, right around the shore point there, feels like 97. I just came back from there. Temperatures also feel like they're in the upper 90s to around 100 in Moorestown. So yeah, and it feels like it's 102 in Cape May Courthouse. No, thank you. And the reason for all of this is because the dew points are tropical. They're all basically either side of 70 to 75 degrees. That is a tropical air mass. In fact, when you get dew points here at Kitts Hummock in Delaware at 81, that is something you get in the deep tropics and the islands at this time of the year. Take a look at the radar. Not sure if anything's showing up just yet. We have a few showers and thunderstorms here over the Poconos here. And look at this. Wouldn't you figure it? Another shower approaching or moving in towards the area that I just came back from. This happened last night too. Not unusual for this time of the year. Visible satellite. It's going to show a lot of cumulus clouds in the atmosphere, and indeed there is. And we have some shower and thunderstorm activity. Let's move into the next Kamala Cod radar here. Here's the satellite view this afternoon. It's mostly clear at most of the beaches, but where there is a shower or thunderstorm occurring, like right around here where I just came back from, and of course the puffy cumulus clouds over the northeastern Pennsylvania area. And again, just a few of these areas have showers and thunderstorms, or probably some showers and thunderstorms back here with this, and these are showing up. These are pulse storms. All of these are pulse storms. That means that they're driven by any kind of lifting mechanism in the atmosphere, whether it's a mesoscale boundary, temperature boundary, like a sea breeze front, for example. Might be early in the afternoon, so I'm not sure if we're really actually seeing a sea breeze front, but high tide today is later this afternoon across these areas. So once again, along this line, if a sea breeze front is developing here, that could also be the convergence zone for a shower or thunderstorm. Outside of that, just pulse storms here and there for now. A lot of compression in the atmosphere this morning, last night, early this morning. A couple of moisture, a low-level moisture advection here in the water vapor channel. But for the most part, this is a northwest to southwest, northwest to southeast flow. And if we took a look at the mesoscale analysis this hour, we can probably pull this up. Let's see. Well, the cold front's back in here, and it's going to be slow mover. Showers and thunderstorms are going to train by the time we get into tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. There will be waves of low pressure along the front because the winds are all parallel here to the front itself. So it's going to be sagging very slowly. By the way, this afternoon we have somewhat of a trough here. or thermal trough or what have you here in the atmosphere over the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic states, and that's the reason we're finding a few of these pulse storms here, 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 and there. The main story is really going to start to increase with the humidity values because the dew points are so high, and we'll get into that in just a moment. And of course, the National Weather Service, while we're traveling in the car back to the Weather Center here, they've issued air quality alerts. Well, the air is very stagnant, so there you go. Here's a couple of those pulse storms here over the Poconos, another storm here, which is showing up on the Jersey coast, and not necessarily a sea breeze just yet. Let's take a look at the wind speeds. Probably do this a better way. I think we can. I think we're going to do this a better way. First of all, this is what it looks like outside. Just some high and mid-level clouds across the area. These are all cumulus clouds, scattered, broken. Dew points in the upper 60s and low 70s, upper air temperatures here in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Flow is very weak. Flow is very weak here, and that's the reason for that. But if we wanted to take a look at the surface image, if anything was going to develop here, where we have a southeast flow here and a southerly flow here, and then a westerly flow here, there'd be some kind of a sea breeze or thermal front developing here, moving inland. That would be the initiation or igniting, igniting here of any shower or thunderstorm activity, which we're already seeing. Pulse-like. And the Weather Prediction Center is showing that thermal trough here over the northern mid-Atlantic here. It's showing up nicely with our big Bermuda high off the southeast coast here, pumping in subtropical moisture into the Tennessee, Mississippi River Valley area, the bayous here, Florida too. Winds are off the east here. They're from the south here around the center of the high. And a thermal trough is set up again from northern New England right down through the northern mid-Atlantic. That's showing up with a little bit of a weakness here. Whenever you get this kind of thing in the summertime, any kind of shower or thunderstorm activity could be ignited by differential winds on one side of the front versus the other, where you have downsloping flow on the northwest side and a southerly or easterly flow on the east side of this, and that's exactly what is occurring this afternoon. So we covered the air quality alert, of course, this morning on social media. We covered all of this here, which is the heat advisory until tonight. I do believe it's till tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll check this out. Yep, actually through tomorrow night. So you know what that means. Plenty of fluid is going to be quite necessary. So we're going to look at the upstairs here. This 500 millibar vorticity for the continental United States. Water vapor here. Lots of showers and thunderstorms moving in towards the Great Lakes and the Ohio River Valley. Notice all the dry sinking air from the Tennessee River Valley here all the way into the northeastern United States. That's starting to push away. Notice the Bermuda high off the southeast coast. And also the dry conditions. So nothing here seems suspect to me. But in this flow along the cold front, and by the way, this cold front, there's no cold air behind this cold front. No, it's summertime, folks. Even in the polar jet here, it's not a lot of cold air here. I can tell you that. But there are vortexes spinning around, and this one here is associated with a strong upper air divergence and diffluence. And when it reaches into the New Jersey area, notice the upper level winds are from the southwest to west here. So, you know, this is going to be a big problem coming up because with the tropical moisture that we have here, it's all going to be feeding into this frontal boundary. We're talking about very high precipitable water values. And when we get to 700 millibar upper level relative humidity here, by the time we got into this afternoon, there's a lot of moisture here along this cold front. Not so much here, but I mean, it's high. It's in the 70s and 80s here. It's not totally saturated, and that's the reason why you're only getting scattered showers and thunderstorms right now. And where it's very dry here and extremely dry in the Pacific with another trough coming through. And this is the southern edge of the cold front here with waves of low pressure developing along it. We can already see that because it's starting here in Kansas. And as this cold front sinks through here, the same kind of scenario is going to start play out. Multiple waves of low pressure, showers, thunderstorms, tropical air mass in place. Quickly going through the NAM precipitable water value. Anything in the greens, yellows, reds here, it's a tropical air mass, and look at where it's located. Right over the East Coast, also the Ohio, Tennessee River Valley area, the Mississippi, the Delta area. Look, nothing is changing here during the next 60 hours as we head into Saturday, and then later, into Saturday afternoon and Sunday, there's lots of moisture here. We're talking about, anything like this in water vapor, anything that could lift this up would produce copious amounts of rain and showers and thunderstorms along with any kind of frontal boundary. Thermal dynamics also play a role in this, but any kind of lifting, heavy downpours, frequent lightning, and of course, downburst winds. Yep, the kind of thing that causes branches to come down, and you know which power line that's from. Or any power line, actually, but you know which company has the worst of all of this, right? We're not going to say. Even today, we look at the European model guidance, same kind of thing ahead of this cold front. I mean, there's just copious amounts of moisture here available on Friday night, Saturday, and especially Saturday night and Sunday. This, anything that's being able to tap into this, like where water vapor gas equivalent is better than 2 inches, yeah, you can expect showers and thunderstorms, and neither of the mesoscale guidance is going to get this correct. It's going to take time for the cool air to work in here. That won't happen until at least Tuesday, possibly Wednesday of next week. So, even though this is further down south where showers and thunderstorms will be most prevalent next week, there's not a big change in the daily forecast going into the early part of next week for the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia I-95 corridor. Storm Prediction Center doesn't have any watches or mesoscale discussions out right now, but that may change as the afternoon wears on. We'll see. We'll end this quick discussion this afternoon with the European model guidance coming in. It's not finished its cycle yet from the morning run. And again, today looks pretty good. There's an outlier shower or thunderstorm around the area. The mesoscale models are handling that, but it's what happens with the cold front as it moves into the area and sinks slowly south with the parallel flow alignment along it. And numerous waves of showers and thunderstorms could be happening on Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon. And again, throughout the day, Saturday night actually into Sunday morning. Not all of this is going to be heavy in one location. That's where the training of the shower and thunderstorm activity and the waves move through. But you can see it that we're really not clearing out here on Monday. And we're not clearing out on Tuesday either. Not in the south, maybe in the north areas as possible. But again, nothing is really going to be cemented here. We could have additional showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday afternoon too. So, if you really want to change in this pattern, I'm not really seeing one in the short term here. No.